Bangladesh are undergoing a very turbulent time at this point. Yes, there is elections scheduled on February 12th, but it is in the backdrop of what has happened in the T20 World Cup, where Bangladesh boycotted the edition in India, that has dominated the discourse. Now, that is why most people will have their eyes on what happens in Dhaka on February 12th. But cricket and politics both have endured turbulent and violent times when you have to look at Bangladesh. When you have to look at the Awami League in particular, no one typifies this better than the plight of two cricketers. Both Bangladeshi legends, both Bangladeshi superstars, but now both are fighting kind of for their survival in Bangladesh. The first major superstar who's gotten impacted with the overthrow of the Sheikh Hasina government is Shakib Al Hasan. The name Shakib Al Hasan itself is one of the things that give you awe from Bangladesh. A true global superstar who's emerged from Bangladesh, one of the best all-rounders, both in ODIs, T20Is and in test matches. Shakib Al Hasan was the shining light in Bangladesh cricket. But then his association with the Awami League now sees him as a pariah and a hated figure in Bangladesh. Because of what went on in the Sheikh Hasina government and when they were overthrown on August 6, 2024, you then had several problems. Shakib Al Hasan wanted to retire in Bangladesh. He wanted to play in front of his home fans, but then he just couldn't make it. Whenever he tried to step foot in Bangladesh, there were protests and there were threats. There was one particular instance in which Shakib Al Hasan wanted to retire in front of his home fans in Bangladesh. But then during the test match against South Africa, sections of the Mirpur Chhatro Sangathan, they objected to Shakib Al Hasan coming there and they had a big clash outside the stadium. Now, because of this, Shakib Al Hasan, ever since February 2024 and August 2024, he's not been able to come back to Bangladesh. He couldn't get his proper farewell and now he lives in the US. He shuttles between several leagues, say for example, in the CPL, in the ILT20, but he spends time now in New York. That's where Shakib Al Hasan and his wife currently stay. But if you thought Shakib Al Hasan's plight was truly despicable, let us tell you one more instance of one more cricketer, one of the most successful captains from Bangladesh, Mashrafe Mortaza. Even he also won an election when he was contesting for the Awami League from 2019. He had very deep links in politics as well. Now you have to understand that the linking of politics and cricket came through to the fore in the modern era when Sheikh Hasina was ruling. Whenever Bangladesh used to play their matches in Mirpur or in Chattogram, Sheikh Hasina would make it a point to be available for most of them. The classic case was Tamim Iqbal. Tamim Iqbal's retirement was only forced at the last moment. He was forced to change his mind because Sheikh Hasina intervened. That was how politics and cricket were such a good match in Bangladesh. But turning your attention to Mashrafe bin Mortaza, he had won an assembly in Narail constituency. And because of that now, he was one of the prominent members of the Awami League. But in the revolution that happened on August 2024, his house was set on fire. After that particular incident, and now we are talking about February 2026, there has been absolutely no news about Mashrafe Mortaza. Where is he? Where is he hiding? Is he now safe wherever he is? We don't know. Such has been the plight of Bangladesh's former successful captain. Like now, he's gone into hiding. What will happen to them? Now on February 12th, you have to understand that Bangladesh is going to turn over a new chapter. And that is why now, looking at the way how the politics has intertwined into cricket and looking at the defiant way how Bangladesh escaped sanctions despite having to boycott the T20 World Cup in India, you all know now that the radicalization and the extreme elements in Bangladesh are going to get a free-for-all. And this does not bode well for India and Bangladesh bilateral tensions that's there. So yes, February 12th, Bangladesh will be heading into a new direction. Thank you so much folks for joining us for this video. Subscribe to India Today Global for all the latest news and updates.